And welcome into Valhalla for Lone Peak boys basketball. Lone Peak and PG, as we're going to start first with the Pleasant Grove Vikings. Lone Peak took the first game. At Lone Peak, it was an 8 3-point per game from Jackson Best. Wasn't expecting Best to play tonight, as Chamberlain Burgess going to pick up the first foul of the night on an entry pass in to Isaac Garrett. And a welcome back for Coach Randy McAllister. Going to be welcoming back Makai Peterson, pardon me. As that ball goes into Garrett, can't get it. Bron Roberts can't pull down the rebound. And now we're going to have a loose ball foul going to be called on Pleasant Grove's number 25, Chase Chandler. And we'll see if, I believe Mitten was supposed to come back tonight as well, but we'll see if we see Mike Mitten out there. So down the floor with Lone Peak, it's Cam Swiggett, Jackson Best, Luke Fotheringham, as that ball is thrown out of bounds. And it'll go back to Pleasant Grove. Chamberlain Burgess, and welcome back Isaac Staley, the sophomore. Haven't seen him since the Skyridge game. In fact, that's the only game he has played in 2023. He got sick on the Christmas break and only played against Skyridge, had that huge third and fourth quarter, and has not played since. So welcome back to Isaac Staley, as it is Garrett getting the floater to fall. First points of the night. Good crowd on hand here inside of Valhalla. There always is a good crowd here for Lone Peak and PG. Cam Swiggett, 4-3. Remember the game here a year ago? Swiggett had a good game, got in a little bit of foul trouble. He does play well here. Goes up the floor. This is Carson Rasmussen, young sophomore point guard, as PG's been ravaged by injuries. 1-4 through the first go-through region play. But this is a team that has just been injured up and down the lineup. And Coach McAllister thinks they're finally getting healthy. We'll see as Burgess with the block. Peterson stays with it. Tries to fit that into Bron Roberts. He got it back. Bron, I don't know how it wasn't double dribble, but it wasn't. And that ball taken by Cam Swiggett. Trapped along the sideline, taken away by Peterson. Mackay finds the bad is Isaac Staley with the block. Garrett goes back up and is going to get the foul on Chamberlain Burgess. And that's a two-shot foul for Isaac Garrett. It's his second personal foul on Chamberlain Burgess as he's not come off the floor. And that's going to bring on Jorge Suarez. And Chamberlain, a frustrating start. 2 fouls in. We're not even 2 minutes into the game yet. And Isaac Garrett knocks down the free throws. So 4 points for Isaac. And a 4-3 start here for PG. Jackson Best to Swiggett, now to Staley. Isaac sent back up top to Swiggett. Cameron into the corner to Fotheringham. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Luke sends back up top to Best. Back in the corner. Fotheringham now to Suarez. Jorge with 7. Back out to Best. Jackson hit on the 3. No. 2 seconds at the shot clock horn. Fotheringham can't get it to go. Good defense from PG. That is what Coach McAllister told me. He said, hey, our defense has been really good. Talked about a game against Corner Canyon. Was only down 2. Then they just, Corner Canyon is just so good. Got going in the second half. Is Isaac Garrett with 6 points out the gate. Saddened behind the Garrett family in game 1. There's that ball thrown away. Another turnover on the run with Rasmussen. Rasmussen leaves it to Peterson. Mackay on the drive, gets to the rim and finishes in a quick timeout to Coach Ross. 4:50 left in the first. It's an 8-3 start for Pleasant Grove. You're watching Lone Peak boys basketball on the Rewind Sports Network. And we want to thank and welcome our new supporters, Utah Jazz Camps. New Utah Jazz Camps and clinics are available now. There are options at the state-of-the-art Shoot 360 facility and at local gymnasiums throughout Utah and Idaho for your child to level up their shooting, passing, and ball handling skills. Plus, each camper receives a Utah Jazz swag bag. Register today at utahjazzcamps.com. PleasantGroveVikings.com. And folks, you want to see the swag bag. Got t-shirts, reversible jerseys, long sleeve shirts, and a backpack. You don't want to miss out on it. Again, that's at UtahJazzCamps.com. As we are back here at Valhalla, Lone Peak slowed out the gate offensively. Jackson Best misses the three. Rebound goes in the hands of Rasmussen. Young sophomore point guard goes base. Sends it back out. Peterson gives it up to Braun Roberts. Roberts leaves it back for Dean. Roberts, corner three, and rattles it home. Big fella, according to 24/7 Sports, a 4-star recruit. And slow a little bit out the gate, but again, the guard play being injured for Coach McAllister has changed the PG offense a little bit as Suarez misses on that one. Fotheringham gets the board and putback. As Fotheringham in his play is going to be big into this game, to stay out of foul trouble, to be a steadying hand to this Lone Peak team. Minton is going to play tonight, and goes right at it. Michael Minton doing what he does. So 13-5. The start here for PG. Isaac Staley will pull for three. Got it. Welcome back, Isaac Staley. Last time we saw him, we talked about Skyridge. He had the dunk at the end of the third quarter. Opened up the fourth quarter with 2 threes, sparking the win for Lone Peak against Skyridge. As Minton comes up top. Up top, Braun Roberts. Now hand back to Rasmussen, reset the offense. There's a shot clock down to 15. Swiggett hounding the sophomore. Peterson back to Braun Roberts. Now down to 10. Fotheringham with Minton. Go inside to Dean. 5 on the shot clock. Dean goes at Suarez. Jorge holds his position, can't get it. Rasmussen has nowhere to go with the ball, and it's a shot clock violation. Good defense from Lone Peak. And with the ball back, chance to make it a one-possession game with the bucket. As Isaac Garrett will come back on. Also checking in, number 5, Ryan Hadley, who's been injured and finally back. High post Suarez. Jorge goes backdoor to Fotheringham. Reverses blocked away by Garrett. Great awareness by Isaac Garrett. Suarez made a great move. Better defense from Garrett. As Isaac will back things out. Will pull for three. And backside board. We're going to have a foul on the loose ball. I think this would be against Jackson Best. And it is. 13th foul on Lone Peak. First on Jackson Best. Coming off the bench is going to be Thompson Kramer. As Rasmussen lost the handle, we'll go back to Lone Peak. Rasmussen's 8 out off of Thompson Kramer. And Kramer's selling it. Not going to put him over on that one as a junior, Thompson Kramer. As Suarez sends out Staley. Misses on the three, rebound, still loose, taken by Rasmussen. Try to send that to the corner, taken away by Kramer. Thompson Kramer gets a contact and blocked away. The second block for Isaac Garrett. Thought that was a great decision to get into the defender, but then Isaac Garrett just waited and roofed it in the home of one of the best girls volleyball teams in state history. In Pleasant Grove, Isaac Garrett, maybe he decides to play men's volleyball this year. I mean, it's sanctioned in the spring for the first time in state history. Fotheringham gonna drive. Oh, nice find to Suarez. Hey, no pass and crash on that one. Finds the easy two. As Murdoch trapped in the backcourt with Kramer, gives that one up, and the foul given up to Cameron Swiggett. I talked to Coach Ross before the game. He said, hey, we can't give up senseless fouls. I don't know if that's in the category of that, as Swiggett got beat on that play. It's the 4th team foul on the night, so first on Swiggett. Back to Murdoch. Up top to Garrett. Isaac on the drive, sends it back out. Roberts left open for the mid-range 2, and Braun Roberts with 5 points. Fotherham in the corner to Suarez. Up top, Kramer, Swiggett. Try to go high post. Oh, a little extra pass there in the corner, and it's Anberry coming off the bench, knocking down the corner 3. Terrific ball movement. High post to corner. And it's a 2-point ball game. It's an 8-3 start for PG. There's a 12-second difference between game and shot. Shot clock down to 15. Murdoch hands off. And now Kramer going to pick up the foul as Hadley came off the screen there. And that's Coach Ross talking about. He can't close out that hard. As Swiggett will come off the floor. And Burton comes back on. Murdoch comes off the screen of Roberts. Shot clock turned off as Roberts. Good D by Suarez. Swims back up top. Minton. Michael Minton going to drive that. Fotheringham blocked away by Luke. Saved in by Anberry in the hands of Murdoch at the horn. And that's how the first quarter will come to a close. Quick start by PG, but a nice response from Lone Peak at the end of one. It is Pleasant Grove 15, Lone Peak 13. You're watching Lone Peak Boys Basketball on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. Start of the second quarter of Valhalla. Lone Peak Boys Basketball on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com is always presented by Heidemann and Associates. Go to utah.law to find the law office nearest you. Get a free consultation. Know the Rewind sent you. Again, that's at utah.law. It was an 8-3 start for PG, but Lone Peak finding their way offensively. But as you know with Lone Peak, if you follow us, is Fotheringham shuffles his feet on the move. I'm not sure of the argument there from Coach Ross, but if you ask Coach Ross what they got to do, he will always say it starts with defense. We've got to play better defense. Because in game one, I asked Coach McAllister, hey, what do you do game one and game two? He said, we can't let them shoot the way they shot it. He said, they always kill us with the 3-ball at Lone Peak. He goes, that goes all the way back to the Haas days and Tyler, that is. He's like, they've always shot the ball well against us at home. He said, we can't let them do it tonight. As Garrett, wow, how about this start for Isaac Garrett? And then a steal to Hadley, ahead to Minton. Michael Minton left it short, followed by Rasmussen, no. And now here comes Thompson Kramer. Can Lone Peak make it hurt? Fotheringham was trying to go base on Braun Roberts. That length took it away. Go back up top to Burton, cross court to Kramer. Anberry to Suarez, and now Isaac Garrett. I thought was going to get called for the foul. Miss Officials said no, it was a travel. Coach Ross saying it was a contact that caused the travel. She said that's a nay foul. So back down the floor we go with Rasmussen. Try to feed that in and does to Minton. Good defense by Burton. Backside help from Suarez. The board to Braun Roberts, who can't get it, and Amberry clears the board. Man, this student section's into it tonight. Just the way we like it as crowds. Big. Put a challenge out there. All the St. George schools have been killing it with the crowds. And we got a good one here tonight with Valhalla. Amberry misses on the three. Good challenge from Garrett. Rebound to Hadley. Isaac was at Amberry. Little 33 on 33 take. There goes little baby George Gervin underneath the hoop. Little Iceman finish. The original Iceman, George Gervin. 19-13 lead here for PG. Fotheringham out to Burton. Luke left open, junction J, crawls off. Roberts with the board. Quickly down the floor, Rasmussen thought he'd get a call, does not. Back down the floor we go. Fotheringham. Goes at Roberts, goes at Garrett. And gets the charge. Isaac Garrett was waiting for it. Fotheringham was already going. And as much as I want to gripe and say things, that Garrett was there. Was in defensive position, was standing there waiting for it, and Fotheringham handed it to him. So the first foul to Luke, 15th foul to Lone Peak is Rasmussen. Hounded, just got that ball back. Into the corner, Garrett goes to Roberts, lob it up, and Roberts pulls it down and throws it down. An 8-point lead. Swiggett back over to Kramer. High post Suarez into the corner to Amberry. Swiggett blocked away by Minton. Jackson Best comes away with it. Jorge Suarez goes at Garrett, blocked by Garrett, gets the foul on Garrett. And it'll be 2 free throws to Jorge Suarez. The length of Pleasant Grove has been an absolute issue. And talking with Coach McAllister, said, you're so long. And he goes, I haven't always been long. And I laughed and said, okay, from 2008 to 2012, you're right. After that, he doesn't have any gripes. He goes, I had 2 players that were 7-footers. Other than that, we haven't been that long. And I kind of laughed. Because between Garrett and Braun Roberts, and then look at the arms of Chandler and then Minton. This is a long team, and why they play 2-3 zone. They try to shrink the court, and they've been able to do it. The Randy McAllister, one of our absolute favorites. There's only a few coaches that are still in their original spots when Dana and I started doing games in the 2005-2006 season. And it's Coach Randy McAllister, Mike Maxwell, and Coach Barnes. Jason Workman left and came back as Minton drives and hits. But Vince Francis is right. Workman was at Murray when we started. He left and then came back to Murray. Thompson Kramer off on the 3. Roberts pulls down the rebound, and it's uh-oh time right now for Lone Peak. As Jackson Taylor going to come up the bench. As Makai Peterson sends it up to Simon, back over to Minton. Chandler comes off the screen of Roberts, back to Simon. Simon along the baseline. Cut off by Kramer, nowhere to go. Sends out Makai Peterson. Short on the 3 to rebound in the hands of Kramer. The student section would have lost their minds had that gone down. Isaac Staley in the lane, floated, no, rebound, taken by Simon. Minton In the lane, floated up to Bron Roberts, who puts it away, and an 11-point PG lead. It is a 10-1 run. Jackson Best off on the triple, and Suarez going to pick up the loose ball foul on the rebound. Chamberlain Burgess and Jackson Taylor will check in for Coach Ross as we're inside of 3 minutes left in the half. And it is 1-on-1 free throws coming for PG. Taylor and Burgess come on as Kramer and Suarez come off. And Chandler knocks down the front end. Hit the first. And got them both. So a 13-point lead for Pleasant Grove. So Swiggett over to Best. Back to Cameron Swiggett. Jackson Best at the Cameron. Stem, hit the three. I was almost going to say it's going to ill-advised shot, and Cam Swiggett with the non-momentum triple. The trap came from the backside, couldn't get to the ball. Chandler short on the three, rebound in the hands of Roberts. Braun sends that one in the corner to Hadley, gets it back. Goes at Burgess, and got it. Chamberlain Burgess has 2 fouls, and you get worried on that move by Bron Roberts. But Roberts able to get it to go as Staley drives at Roberts. Sends out to Best, and Best knocks down his first 3. Remember, he hit 8 in game 1. Simon just able to keep his pivot foot. Makai Peterson. Traveled. Unable to keep that foot down. Turnover. And we'll go back to Lone Peak. As we go inside, a 140 left in the half. Lone Peak can make it a 2-possession game with a 3. As Isaac Staley sends back out to Swiggett. Swiggett to Staley. Isaac, man, that was online, couldn't get it. Extra possession to Swiggett, no. And a missed opportunity to Lone Peak. Got the stop on one end, the extra possession, and could not get points. There's Simon, sends that one over to Hadley. Now Peterson. Mackay leaves it to Roberts, been a good half for Braun. Leaves it to Simon on the drive, he goes into Taylor. And the block to Jackson Taylor. It is so similar to the charge had on Fotheringham. Mr. Official says it's not. And as you'll always hear me say, the block charge is the hardest call, and it's just, yeah, we'll leave it at that. Because the deal is you don't have to be still. You don't have to be still. You don't have to be still to get the block or to get the charge. And so if the answer is that Taylor goes into him, fine, but that's not what happened. He can move. There's nothing that says you have to be still. That is not in there. It is, do you have that? Are you in defensive position? And I thought he was. Just like I thought Isaac Garrett was on the first one. There's Staley with the flyby. And the Maverick move for Isaac Staley. And his second 3. Isaac just so calm. They go inside of 30 seconds left. Simon sends that ball up top and got it back with 25 seconds. 4-second difference between game clock and shot clock. Peterson terminates, sends back out. Chandler. Oh, and it's a loose ball foul on the Vikings. The foul will be to Mackay Peterson. There was a moment there, I thought that was a 3-point shot foul for Chandler. Our relationship with officials started because of a game here in this gym, in this matchup. And I might have burned the whole thing down. Had that happen, but it didn't. 10 seconds left in the half. Swiggett comes off the screen of Staley. Isaac back over to Swiggett. Short on the three, good closeout. Braun Roberts at the board, and that is how the first half will end. The end of 2 quarters, we go to the locker room. It is Pleasant Grove 30, Lone Peak 23. You're watching Lone Peak boys basketball on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com, presented by Heidemann and Associates. Welcome back into Valhalla. Dusty Litster, Vince Francis, and Kinsey Valentine with you. As Pleasant Grove led quickly 8-3. It was a 15-13 game. They went on a 15-10 run at the end of the half, but it was a good close by Lone Peak. The lead was up to 11 for PG. And Lone Peak able to kind of hang in here as the shot has not been fallen, as Isaac Garrett pulls for 3. No, and the rebound taken by Chamberlain Burgess. Chamberlain had limited minutes in the first half as he was dealing with foul trouble. To see what he's able to do in the third quarter as Isaac Staley hangs and hits. You see the difference in this young sophomore, Isaac Staley, who's been sick, has only played once in region play, and that was that win at Sky Ridge. As Fotheringham with the steal, and then Fotheringham gets that to Swiggett. Cam, stop, and long on the shot, rebound to Roberts. So 30-25 is Isaac Garrett. Can't get that one. Loose ball taken by Staley. Isaac crosses over Chandler. Gives that back to Chamberlain Burgess, and Chamberlain lays that up and in. Timeout, Coach McAllister. Quick timeout, 6:22 left in the third. We'll be right back. You're watching Lone Peak Boys Basketball on the Rewind Sports Network. 6:22 left in the third quarter, and a quick start here for Lone Peak. Game down to 3. So for PG, it was a quick start offensively. Isaac Garrett and Braun Roberts both got going. But as Coach McAllister will tell you every time, just like Coach Ross, but it's about defense. As Chandler knocks down the 3, got that corner defender to bite to that ball to the angle, leaves open the corner 3, and Chandler knocks it down to stop the bleeding for PG and push the lead to 6. 3-2 from Pleasant Grove. Swiggett to Stanley, blocked away by Garrett. Isaac leaves it for Roberts. Braun foul by Chamberlain Burgess. That is his 3rd personal foul. And Coach Ross going to have a decision to make with 5:34 left in the quarter. I think he'll let him roll. Need to find some rhythm for the sophomore. As Cam Swiggett picks up the personal foul, and the entry pass in to Garrett. Number 2 on Swiggett. 2nd team foul in the quarter. Quickly into Chandler. Back-to-back threes. Oh, they say we're going to get a bucket. And for PG, it's Chandler. Even close out the second half. Had the 2 free throws. It's 8 points. His best short on the 3. Rebound in the hands of Rasmussen. Rasmussen Gets swinging off his feet. And that ball out of bounds off of Chandler. And that was close to basket interference, but came off. Missed opportunity for PG. Would have pushed it back up to 11. Best now Swiggett. Now to Fotheringham. Here's Staley. Isaac tried to fit that in to Burgess. Good defense from Peterson. And now Garrett comes away with it. Isaac Garrett can't get the dunk, and a rebound to Burgess. On the run, here's Fotheringham. And he loses it. Good defense by the young sophomore Rasmussen to get underneath there. Fotheringham didn't want to pick up the charge. Ends up turning it over. And it's Rasmussen on the angle to Roberts. This game had a nice fluid motion to it, but now it's gotten a little clunky. Best with Rasmussen out to Peterson, back up to Rasmussen. 15 on the shot clock. Rasmussen, now Garrett. Peterson, 4-3. Lone Peak had it down to 3, and it's ballooned to 12. Swiggett, nowhere to go to Staley. Isaac gonna try to drive it. Isaac Garrett. And has it taken away, but got it back. 14 on the shot clock, sent out to Swiggett. And the length on this 3-2 zone just continues to be problematic for Lone Peak, as there's unable to get the ball to any pressure points as Fotheringham jumps it with 2. And the rebound to Braun Roberts. Offense has just got stuck being static. There's not movement to it for Lone Peak as Rasmussen trapped, got it to Chandler. Now Garrett finds a cutting Chandler, and he misses the bunny. Fotheringham. Straight away to Staley. And a 3 for Isaac Staley, his third. 5 points in the quarter. 11 points on the night unofficially for Staley. As Rasmussen give that up to Garrett. Isaac finger rolled, no. Loose ball, still loose. Peterson has it, and now the foul to Burgess, number 4 on Chamberlain Burgess. Kramer, Suarez, and Amberry will come on as Burgess, Swiggett, and Staley will come off the floor. It's a tough one. Remember, Staley, we talked about being sick. They bring him off the floor, and he's been the only offense in the quarter. Amberry draws the foul on Dean. Dean gets called with a forearm shiver. Worked for Arn Anderson, but it's a foul on the basketball floor. Or the flying forearm from Lex Luger. Thompson Kramer on the drive, draws the foul. The foul will go to Ryan Hadley. Maybe some good games. Bingham and Copper Hills, 48-46. Bingham in the fourth quarter. Dane Stewart on the call there. Go into Best, blocked away by Minton. Remember, Minton did not play in the first matchup. Dealt with an injury. But able to come back, take that ball away from Jackson Best. There's Fotheringham. Sends out Kramer. Back to Fotheringham. And Barry back to Kramer. Baseline jumper, short. You just see the thinking caps on for Lone Peak. As Minton lost the handle, picked up by Best. Jackson Best, transition 3, got it. His second of the night. Can that spark Lone Peak? So Michael Minton after the 4th team foul. Isaac Garrett got the foul on Amberry after a series of moves. Amberry gives up the foul to Isaac Garrett. And that'll be the 5th team foul on Lone Peak. And the first good from Garrett. Second goes in and out. And now down the floor with the Knights trailing by 7. Fotheringham, nice move, gives that back to Suarez, who left it sharp off the window. The pressure from Garrett, remember Isaac Garrett's got about 3 blocks in this game. And Suarez went really quick at the rim there. Left it sharp off the square and couldn't get it to go. Minton sends back up top to Isaac Garrett. Got words for him. He and Suarez. Suarez wanted the matchup. Here we go. Garrett with the crossover. Down the lane, hangs and hits. Jackson Best give that up to Fotheringham. Back out to Best. Now Kramer. Best into Suarez, sends out Fotheringham for 3, got it. There's an answer. 6-point ball game. Just hovering in this 6-point range. 7-second difference between game clock and shot clock. Garrett with Amberry. Garrett, nice pass to Dean. Isaac Garrett doing a little bit of everything. Hit jumpers, hit floaters, getting blocks, and now handing off dimes. Amberry goes into Garrett as it goes on Garrett or Dean. And the way it looked like it's going to go on Dean, and it does. And on the shot, so 2 free throws coming away of Tyler Amberry. And game of note, Skyridge leading Westlake 24-22 in the 3rd quarter. As the free throw good from Amberry. And they get it back to a 6-point game. (44-38). So clock down to 14. The inside of 10. Ball's loose in the hands of Garrett. Leaves it for Dean, who lays it in. 3 seconds. Can they get a shot off? They will not, and that will do it for the 3rd. We go to the 4th quarter in a single-digit game. PG 46, Lone Peak 38. You're watching Lone Peak basketball on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. Start of the 4th quarter. Dusty Lister with you. As always, the Rewind Sports Network presented by Heinemann & Associates. Go to utah.law to find the law office nearest you. Matter of fact, it's a Utah County law firm just in Provo in the River Woods. You know what, Heinemann & Associates, get a free consultation. Let them know the Rewind sent you. Staley to Fotheringham, passed up the 2, but it ends up on a 3-point shot from Staley. That is a little long. Fotheringham had the easy 2, and in the name of ball movement, passed it up. Missed opportunity. And PG now with the chance to extend the lead and make it a 10-point game, or 11 with the 3. Rasmussen sends out to Minton. Back to Rasmussen. Chandler, high post to Roberts. Roberts was at Staley. Got him off his feet and dunks it. The patience of Bron Roberts pays off. As the sophomore Staley just couldn't quite hold it there. And gives up the two-handed flush. Backside pass to Amberry. Now Best. Ooh, kind of no man's land taken by Staley. Kramer and a Timeout, Lone Peak. 18 on the shot clock when we come back. You're watching Lone Peak basketball on the Rewind Sports Network.
For over 25 years, Salt Lake Running Company has helped people of all ages and levels find the gear they need to start their fitness journey. From a free custom shoe fit analysis to a premium assortment of footwear and workout essentials, SLRC is a top 10 run shop in America. Locally owned, locally operated at 5 locations along the Wasatch Front. SLRC is there to help you gear up and get out. Visit a store near you or shop online at slrc.com.
That will come back in to Pleasant Grove. The timeout to Lone Peak. There's 18 on the shot clock. As Kramer drives his foul, blocked away by Garrett. That is not a goaltend. Remember, the ball can go up. It can actually hit the backboard. The entire ball has to be above the rim and within the cylinder to be, well, within the cylinder on a play like that. If it hits the backboard, the entire ball has to be at the rim to be a goaltend. If it's over the rim in the cylinder, then it's a goaltend. The high school rule, different than what you know from college and the NBA, is I once said it's more similar to the FIBA rule than anything we know here in the States. As Kramer knocks down both free throws, is Cam Swiggett going to come on for Anberry. Bingham leading Copper Hills 51-49, trying to make it a three-point game in their game. In Region 4, Westlake leading Skyridge 32-31. As Roberts fouled by Kramer. They're going to inbound into Isaac Garrett. Jump ball. Possession will stay with Pleasant Grove. Garrett inbound into Roberts. Goes double screen. Braun Roberts drives into a little short J and gets it to go. You see the skill set there for Braun Roberts, and it's been a year that I think you expect a little more out of a guy so highly rated, but you see the ability that could be untapped here. And I love there's a shot clock that really is going to help guys really show their potential. Is Swiggett going to pull for three? No. Tipped out by Fotheringham and got it. Sent back out. Thompson Kramer. 4-3. Touched every part of the rim, but gets it to go. And Lone Peak crawls back to 7. Rasmussen on the drive, doesn't get the call. Now a delayed whistle. A good 3 beats after the shot. So that's going to send Carson Rasmussen to the line for 2 free throws when the call comes from midcourt. And the first free throw no good for Rasmussen. He has one more. Splits the pair. 51-43. Thompson goes over to Swiggett. Now Fotheringham. Luke back out to Staley. Isaac goes at Roberts, goes baseline, sends out to Kramer. Thompson Kramer sends out to Fotheringham. 15 on the shot clock. Good D by Rasmussen. And Rasmussen with the steal. Carson on the run. Give it up. Oh, that's a tough pass. He'll learn. You get that spacing is a little tight. It's hard to give a little bounce pass. That ball's got to be up. Final from Copper Hills. Bingham 52, Copper Hills 49. I don't know if they're is a team that has more heartbreaking losses in 6A than Copper Hills. As Kramer goes to swing it, now Staley. Jackson Best lips out the triple. Bron Roberts with the board, give it up to Simon. And Swiggett shoots a shot, got the ball back. Corner three. And Roberts pulls down the rebound. Great job there by Swiggett. Shot and got it. And now gets the steal here. And Kramer going to draw the foul on Simon. It'll be the 15th foul, I think number 1 on Simon. 4:33 left in the ball game. But for Lone Peak, where can they find some consistent offense? This 3-2 zone just kept them on the perimeter, and the ball has moved without any threat on multiple possessions. And then just been stuck looking for a shot at the end of it. As Swiggett terminates. Fotheringham into the corner. Isaac Staley, 4-3. Found the ball in the high post, send the ball to the corner. Knocks it down. It's a 5-point ball game. Garrett breaks it, lobs it, and Bron Roberts with his 3rd dunk of the night. His 2nd off the lob from Garrett. Timeout, Coach McAllister. 4:02 left in the ball game. PG leads 53-46. You're watching Lone Peak basketball on the Rewind Sports Network. Welcome back in to Valhalla. It's bumping in here. We'll go all the way back to 1994. Little tag team. They're back again. Check it like and let's begin. So, Bron Roberts off the lob from Isaac Garrett. As Lone Peak had gotten this game to 5 points. We come right back, and Isaac Garrett, who's got handles, got all kinds of skills, gives that one to Bron Roberts, who is so big, rises and pulls it down. As Fotheringham sends out to Jackson Best. Rattles out. Kramer fouled. And that was the last one to give. We'll be shooting free throws both ways for the last 3:45. Staley, baseline J, strong. Had to get it over to Bron Roberts. Left it long. Rasmussen on the run. And Garrett. Fouled by Swiggett. Swiggett and Garrett, both part of the Utah top 50, got up smiling. It'll be 1-1 free throws to Isaac Garrett. And the front end good. Got the first, makes them both. The lead back to 9. Swiggett, Fotheringham, now to Staley, blocked by Peterson. That was like the 7th foul. That's a travel on Isaac Garrett. He went to send it up the floor. There was nobody there, and Garrett travels, and the ball will go back to Lone Peak. Brand new shot clock as well for the Knights. Swiggett will come off the floor for Jackson Taylor. And then A violation on Isaac Garrett as he goes out of bounds. So it's a delay game warning. The next one will be a technical. That goes also for grab the ball out of the hoop or anything else. So the first warning on delay game as they go quickly into Jackson Best. Now Jackson Taylor. Thompson Kramer. Taylor. Fatherhand back out. Taylor will pull for three. Long line but short. Chandler had the rebound, lost it. And again, back to Lone Peak. So Kramer to trigger in. Staley on the drive, Isaac Staley. Nice defense from Garrett. Now Braun Roberts with the blow by. Braun Roberts at Taylor. Count the bucket. Braun Roberts producing some highlight reel plays tonight. Jackson Taylor, the young sophomore, had nowhere to go on that. Trying to take the charge or try to get the stop. Goes for the stop. Roberts able to finish it and then complete the three-point play. And now the largest lead of the night for PG at 12 points. Taylor now to Kramer. Got it back. Send it back out. Taylor for three. Again, online, but rattles out. Now Rasmussen. This PG and try to ice this thing away. Up top, Braun Roberts. Over to Chandler. He had a great third quarter, been quiet in the fourth, and good hands by Best. Isaac Staley with Peterson on the trail. Staley takes the bump and can't get it. Remember, it's not a goaltend. You can slap the backboard on a attempted block. We'll see if it is. The ball's above the rim, yes, but it has to be a clear attempt on it. And I actually don't know the rule if you're the second defender. If you're the trail defender, yes, there it is. So I wonder if it's because he's a trail defender, can't get it. So count the bucket, and it'll be a free throw to Isaac Staley looking for the three-point play. So 58-48. Yep, we'll count the two. So I'll try to give some official friends to get a clarification on that rule, because remember in high school you can go for it, you can slap the backboard, but I think you have to, I don't know if it's a difference in which defender you are, if you're defender one or defender two. In that situation, Garrett would have been considered number two, if that's kind of the way I'm reading it. I'm not sure if that's how the book has it. And Isaac Staley completes the three-point play. But also, if the ball hits the backboard and is clearly above the rim, the entire ball has to be above the rim. And that could have been the same situation there as well. So 9-point ball game. Get that ball inside, and Mitten, who lays it in. It'll bleed to 11. As Thompson Kramer sends out to Burton. Gets it back. Kramer on the drive to Fotheringham. Back to Kramer in the corner. Got Garrett off his feet. Sends straight away. Jackson Best got the three. His third triple of the evening. And now timeout, Coach Ross. 1:41 left. It's an 8-point ball game. You're watching Lone Peak Boys basketball on the Rewind Sports Network. And welcome back into Valhalla. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter. Lone Peak hanging around. Trailing by 8 with 1:40 left in regulation. Send it over to Mitten. Trap coming from Best. Down to Garrett. Gets it over to Peterson. Mackay gives it up to Garrett. Shot clock at 18. Garrett pass to Rasmussen. And you see PG in the shot clock era. This will have to end in a shot. 6 seconds. Lob it up to Isaac. Whoa, no. I thought for sure that was an alley-oop. But Carson Rasmussen with a baseline floater. And the game up to 10. Kramer to Best. Jackson hands off. Finds Staley and one. The foul to Rasmussen. And Isaac Staley back to the line. Looking to make it a 7-point game once again. Lone Peak has 2 timeouts left. And also will be in the double bonus on the next foul. They also have the possession arrow. So still opportunities here for Lone Peak as Coach McAllister takes a quick timeout. Just a 30-second timeout. We'll stay here as give you updates as Skyridge increasing their lead at Westlake in the final 2 minutes, up 48-43. Again, as we mentioned, Bingham holding off Copper Hills, 52-49 as well. But remind you, as always, the Rewind Sports Center presented by Heidemann Associates. Go to utah.law to find the law if it's nearest you. And for you, it's a Utah County law firm located just down in the Riverwoods. We have multiple locations. If you can't make it to the office, Justin Heidemann will also set up a virtual call with you to give you that free consultation. Just let them know that Rewind sent you. And that's Heidemann Associates. Get your living will and trust set up. You also set up a business. If you've got a question about a business deal gone wrong, go to Heidemann Associates, utah.law. So Lone Peak, again, still got a chance here. Is there near steal by Fotheringham? That's out of bounds off of Luke. 29 seconds on the shot clock, a 15-second difference between game and shot. Great hustle there by Luke. Oh, Staley took a tumble. Peterson, ball was poked out by Best. Peterson gets it over to Garrett. And Staley gives up the foul to put Isaac Garrett at the line. The final one-on-one free throws of the night. I think it's the first personal foul on Isaac Staley. Actually, it's double bonus free throws. And he knocks down the first. And rattles home the second. So 9-point game, not out of the realm of possibilities as Staley lips out the three. And the rebound off of Garrett. So it'll be Lone Peak ball. So again, possession arrow belongs to PG, or probably possession arrow belongs to Lone Peak. On a jump ball situation is Burgess. Goes at Roberts, no, tipped out. And Braun Roberts pulls down the rebound, and that'll seal this one for Pleasant Grove. As Isaac Garrett gets that up to Rasmussen. Now Michael Mitten. Mitten to the rim and gets it to go. This PG team is going to be scary here in the second half of region play as Fotheringham can't get that to go. Got a foul first before the dunk from Burgess. But this Pleasant Grove team, I know coming in, we talk about being 1-4 in region play. They have been plagued with injuries. This is a talented team that as they get more healthy, they're going to find their rhythm. Yeah, just like last year we saw with American Fort. They could be around 500 or under 500, but still make a run in the state tournament. Remember last year AF was sub 500, got in the tournament and made a run. There's that kind of talent here for Pleasant Grove if it all comes together, especially with two bigs like Isaac Garrett and Braun Roberts. They both had big nights tonight. For Lone Peak, this is still a talented team as well. They're going to have Skyridge on Tuesday. And, of course, we'll have that game right here on KSLSports.com as PG splits the season series There will be no sweep in the Lone Peak PG basketball series this year, as it is Pleasant Grove taking game 2 66-56. As it goes 1-1 between Lone Peak and PG. Your Heidemann Associates players of the game. Isaac Staley out of Lone Peak. I thought Isaac played a spectacular game tonight. Had his opportunities, his big moments. And for Pleasant Grove, it's Isaac Garrett. It begins and ends with 33, and what he's able to do on both ends of the floor. Play defense, dishes, scoring, all the things he does was a big, big part tonight for PG getting the win over Lone Peak. Again, a final score, Pleasant Grove 66, Lone Peak 56. For Vince Francis and Kenzie Valentine, I'm Dusty Lister. Thanks for joining us and for watching Lone Peak Boys Basketball on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com, presented by Heidemann and Associates.